Ladies and gentlemen, we have something new this year. It's time to meet our first ever distinguished young alumnus honoree, dedicated veterinarian Dr. Brian Stevens.
Call him Brian Stevens with Dr. Stevens. He was actually in college here in our Department of Agriculture when I started here as my first year as an employee teaching here at ASU. He was a student, and since then I've watched him go all the way through from his undergraduate and then all the way through, and stayed in contact with him while he was working on his veterinary degree at A&M, and then ironically when he moves back, he moves 3 blocks down the road from me. So, and then he's since moved away, but we got to be real good friends, not only as a student, but also since he's been back as a professional.
I first met Brian as an undergrad. He's a couple years older than I am, but we were undergrads here at ASU together.
So I've known Brian about 5 years. Before I became a senior in high school. I'm from Waxahachie, and I came out to San Angelo because of some friends and got hooked up with Los Caballos, a veterinary clinic on the far side of town, and he was an associate there. That's how I met him, started to see how he practiced and what kind of doctor he was, what kind of person he was. And then after that, came to school here at ASU, and then shortly after that, they moved across town and built their own practice, and I followed him to Arden Road.
It's been tremendous, and that's one thing that's made him such a valuable asset to us as a department, because not only do we have a chance to visit as friends and professionals, but he understands how important those types of relationships are, and he carries that type of relationship to all the students that go to work for him. And he employs a tremendous number of our students who have interest in veterinary degrees, and he takes a personal interest in them, to where he takes them under his wing and counsels them, provides valuable insight that you can't get anywhere else.
You know, I think he feels a sense of need to give back to the university for everything that it gave him. And he understands what it takes to be a veterinarian. He understands the amount of work and the amount of hours that you need to work and get relevant experience in order to get into vet school. Vet school requirements require a minimum of 1,000 hours of work prior to even applying to vet school. They won't even consider you if you don't have 1,000 hours of relevant veterinary experience. And so you have to have somebody that's willing to do that. And his clinic and his team out there have stepped up and do a great job with that. And if it wasn't for that, our students wouldn't be as successful as they are in getting into vet school and then succeeding once they get there.
There's some smart people in the world that are so smart, but they don't know how to talk to people. Brian's the complete opposite. He was one of the smartest people in the room, but he knew how to teach and knew how to talk to people. And me coming in as someone that wanted to be a vet, but not really sure if it was exactly what I wanted to do, Brian was there to be like, hey, this is what I'm doing, here's the steps, and this is why it works and how it happens, and what do you think and what do you see? And then he wouldn't be afraid to challenge me and ask me questions and push me to learn more and to do more and to see more. And because of that, I wanted to stick with that and follow him along and be a part of his teaching method. In the past 4 years, I bet Brian's mentored anywhere, 35 to 40 students. And I know that at least out of the people that I've gone through school with, there's about 7 of us who have recently applied to vet school for the last round. And I bet Brian has been able to work with 6 out of the 7 of those people. And that's just in 1 year.
He wants them to go into it completely knowing everything they possibly can. And this past year, he actually took it upon himself, along with a couple of the students that work for him. So they brought in one of the reviewers that reviews applications into the vet school and invited them down and hosted them here to come talk to our students to give them a leg up and become a better equipped to become veterinarians.
That means a lot to us in our department. I mean, that's something that we can hang our hat on, is that the first ever Young Alumnus Award was given to someone from our department, and he's extremely deserving of it. He's got a great work ethic, he's got a lot of ambition, he's entrepreneurial minded, and the things that he has done in a very short period of time coming out of vet school have just been phenomenal.
I'm very, very proud of him, and I think it's something great for him. I think he deserves it completely. The fact that currently at Arden Road we have 4 ASU alumni, I think it's something that he deserves, and it's something that he strives hard to be a part of ASU. I mean, once a week he's wearing some kind of ASU shirt or a sweater. He's got Ram blood running through him, and I think it's cool that he can show that.
I think it's a tremendous honor. I think students like that, or alumni like Dr. Stevens, are the ones that make this institution great. I think they're what makes our students so successful, and what makes them want to come back and help where they came from.
Congratulations to Dr. Brian Stevens for being named our 2017 Distinguished Young Alumnus. Please give Brian a warm round of applause as he makes his way to the podium.